What's up, YouTube fans? So we're working on a Dodge Neon 2001. What we're working on is a tie rod end, a bunch of whole front end stuff, and what we're gonna do here is it's a bad deal right there. It broke off. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this. I'm gonna replace this hole back here. Inner tie rod and this outer, and then we're replacing all this stuff here is going to be all new right here. So alright, so since that already popped off, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off. We're just going to torch it, cut it off, and then back here, once it gets all, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the light differential here. It's kind of fucked up. But anyways, excuse my language. But anyways, so you pop this rubber piece back off, pop the boot off. And what we're going to do is we got this tool that we manufactured ourselves. Alright. I did have a video before this one, a 2001 PT Cruiser. This is a Dodge Neon. Basically the same concept. So we put on the other car that we had, the 2001 Cruiser, we made this tool right here, little tool right there. So what we did was instead of going by the tool for the tie rod in there, you know, the tool goes in over the end there. And it's got little doodads and all that, and so we just like, you know what? It's cheaper. It's like $70, you know. And I was like, well, why don't you just spend $10 on a piece of pipe? And we had a bunch of bolts and nuts. So what we did was we tapped holes in here. So what's that? That tie rod. Put that tie rod in there, and then tighten them bolts down. Man, same concept, guys. So we're actually going to modify this. Since we already knew we were going to do it, we saved this piece of pipe and we marked inner tie rod pull. And what we're going to do, because last time when we did it, when we made the last video, it kept spinning a little bit and we just had to keep cranking down on these bolts here. Well, then, you know, of course, it's tapped, it keeps pulling it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some nuts, weld some nuts on there real good, and then we could just crank down on them and it'd be good to go. So we're gonna put those two and put that one back in the middle, so it gives a little bit more, probably a little bit more pressure, and then bam, there we go. So what we're gonna do is we're replacing that back here, and then once we get done with that, it should be all brand new. We're doing both sides, so we already got one side this here. The other side's already in. So what we did was, we already got, you barely see, yeah, it's all new. See the little blue piece there, blah blah. That's all I knew. What we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing with this one. We're gonna just, if we can't get this loose, we're gonna just torch it off. Do the same thing, pop it out. Yeah, when you got a bad lower ball joint, man, I got one around here somewhere, and well, we popped it out. That's what that joker did. It was already out. Look at that. It's not supposed to be like that. So when we bought the car, it was never been replaced. All this is probably all factory, and then when we got to working on the car, these here were replaced. You can tell, look, it looked fairly, fairly new, you know. So when they were placed in there, they were put in wrong. So we got new ones, so we're replacing those. So once we get done with that, we'll have it all put together, and then I'll post another video of how we're using the pipe. And inside here, I'm just posting this one right now. So I'm gonna get the cutting this off, Then once we cut that off, and then we'll place it, and then we're going with another another tie rod in there. So subscribe, post, whatever you guys tubers do. Hope this kind of helps you out. But like I said, this piece right here, man, this right here is only a couple bucks. Even if you got a pipe in your house, whatever, drill a couple holes, put a couple bolts in there. But make sure the bolts that you got, you know, I did post it up in the last video we made, that make sure these bolts are pretty short, because then they won't have enough clearance in there to spin it all the way around, tighten it all down. And when you tighten it, we use a pipe wrench. Bam. Here you go. And then, of course, we got the new one. I'll find it dandy right there. So, y'all have a good one, and y'all subscribe, post it, do what your tubes do. Hope this helps out. Got any questions, comments, whatever, post it. I'll get back to you. Y'all have a good one.